Hello, I have a problem. With systems that we've been taught to normalize, when we do something once and then again and eventually it becomes normal, that is exactly what happened right here. People talk about algorithms all the time, how they study your interests and start showing you more of what you like. Well, lately my feed has been filled with crypto hacks. New offramp, new exchange, new payment solution, and another and another. At first I ignored them, but then I stopped to ask myself, why are there so many? And it's not just a me problem. We have normalized what should not be normal. Because before every crypto trade, there is a ritual no one talks about. You don't just buy or sell. You investigate, you compare, you second guess, you become an FBI agent even. Every single time you're asking the same questions. Who has the best rate? Who can handle my volume? Who settles faster? Which network is more stable? Whose fees are lower? You jump from app to app, and when you think you have the perfect option, something in you still asks, are they even reliable? That is the problem. Jumping between apps costs you time. Comparing providers costs you time. And even with all that effort, transactions can still fail. Settlements can still get delayed. A problem crypto users deal with every single time. And somehow, we've accepted that this is just a part of using crypto. But what if, instead of you doing all the work, one platform could do the heavy lifting for you? What if finding the best route for your trade is no longer your job? That gap is exactly what RampHub was built to fix. RampHub is an on and off ramp aggregator that compares rates, liquidity, availability, and reliability across multiple providers in real time. Then it shows you the best route for your trade. RampHub isn't another exchange, neither does it replace your providers. It's just a layer that connects them all. Here is how it works. This is me on RampHub.io, the actual swap screen. Good thing, the PC interface looks just like the mobile interface. Right now, I am off-ramping 400 USDT on the Solana network. RampHub suggests DexPay as the best route right now for that volume at 1,410 Naira per USDT. That is 562,590 Naira. You get to see the fee the provider is charging, 20 cents to DexPay, and also the fee RampHub is charging, which is still less than $1. 80 cents. And if I'm not comfortable with that for any reason, I can easily select the advanced providers selections and I get to see the other available providers with their corresponding rates and fees. I click sell with DexPay, I fill in the account details, I click continue to payment, it displays a summary screen of everything happening and the address to send to. Immediately I sent the crypto, I received the payment almost instantly. One thing worth mentioning is that RampHub runs on Solana, and Solana is known for fast and low-cost transactions, powering a seamless experience for users, traders, and builders worldwide. I initiated my trade on Solana network. From initiation to settlement, my transaction took less than a minute, with minimal fees and competitive rates. Another interesting thing about using RampHub is the smart cross-chain suggestions. If the same asset clears better on another network, RampHub lets you know. It doesn't force the switch, it tells you that there's a better path, so you decide. Like when I wanted to off-ramp 1,000 USDC on the base network, Paycrest was the best route available on that network at that time. Yet, it suggested a better rate on an alternative network. And when I clicked on it, I could see that I'd get 37,978 Naira more just by switching networks. Same asset, same amount, different chain, nearly 38,000 extra. That's the kind of difference most people never know even exists. Now imagine you're moving larger volumes. Maybe you're a freelancer, maybe you're running a fintech, maybe you're paying a remote team. At that scale, liquidity matters. One provider might not have enough liquidity to handle your entire transaction, and splitting large volumes manually across multiple providers can cost you both time and a better rate. RampHub solves this by searching across multiple providers and finding one with enough liquidity to execute your trade in full. And for businesses using the API, it goes even further. RampHub can intelligently split large transactions across multiple providers in a single call, pulling liquidity from all of them all at once to execute the full volume seamlessly. A provider might have a great rate and enough liquidity, but if they are unavailable when you need them, then none of that counts. That's why RampHub is constantly monitoring providers in real time. So when you request a quote, RampHub isn't just looking for the best rate. It is also checking whether the provider is actually available, reliable, and capable of executing your transactions. If a provider is down, degraded, or unable to process the trade, RampHub automatically selects another available provider instead. If you're building with the RampHub API, this same protection extends to your users too. All of this happens under 200 milliseconds, helping ensure every transaction starts with the best available route. For developers and businesses, RampHub offers two ways to integrate. The first is the Swap Widget. If you want the fastest path to market, you can drop it directly into your product and instantly offer on-ramping or off-ramping without building the infrastructure yourself. Then there's the RampHub API. If you need complete control, the API gives you direct access to quotes, trade execution, webhooks, and the core functionality powering RampHub. That means you can build a fully customized experience tailored to your product and users. And as a RampHub user, if there's ever a concern, you're not left waiting days for a support ticket because there is a real human support team on WhatsApp ready to help. Now, if you decide to give RampHub a try, getting started is pretty straightforward. Head over to ramphub.io, create an account, and use this referral code. Complete your KYC verification, and you're good to go. Verification is tiered. Level 1 only requires your BVN and unlocks up to $1,000 in trading volume. Level 2 requires additional documents and gives you access to higher limits. What I like is that you only complete your KYC once, and after that you gain access to every provider integrated with RampHub without having to verify separately on each platform. And if you find RampHub useful, there's a referral program too. When someone signs up through your link and completes his trade, you earn 10% of RampHub's fee from those transactions. So if you've ever spent hours jumping between apps trying to find the best rates, why not give RampHub a try? Run a trade and compare it with the way you've been doing it yourself before and see the difference when it saves you time, money, all the unnecessary headaches. You can thank me later.